I felt the movie is a wonderful exploration of an important historical moment in U.S. history, and I think Michael Mann used the personal life of these two characters, the one you play and Johnny Depp, to relate part of the history that we didn't know. Do you agree with that? And I would like to know if this brought you into the part. If you can comment on that.
Yeah, you know, it's three reasons why I wanted to make this. Just three fascinating people. You know, I found Purvis to be a fascinating man. This is really just the tip of the iceberg that you see in the movie. But I don't want to mislead anybody. You know, it's very, very much a supporting role. Very happy to be that. It was from the get-go. Dillinger is a fascinating, charming man. You know, very questionable, you know, man. But somebody who, because of the times, you give the benefit of the doubt to. You know, and you know, kind of want to see him succeed. Because it was the Dust Bowl, and you know, so many people had nothing, and here was somebody taking it back for themselves. And it's his story. That's what this movie's about. It's about Dillinger. And then thirdly, fascinating man in Michael Mann. You know, who I think is an incredible director and somebody who I wanted to work with. Not except for with Babyface Nelson. With Babyface Nelson, yeah, there was definitely personal. That became personal for him. With Dillinger, it was never personal. In fact, he didn't really have a zeal for taking down Dillinger. Dillinger was just a means towards achieving the vision of his mentor, Purvis's mentor, J. Edgar Hoover. He believed in mentor, in Hoover, incredibly. And Hoover was a brilliant man, but it was the birthing pains of the FBI. And Hoover started to demand things of Purvis, which Purvis found to be abhorrent to his own nature. And we see that in the movie. He's a very restrained man. He doesn't express it verbally. But it's the reason that he quit the Bureau within a year of taking down Dillinger. You know, Babyface Nelson was somebody who did create a great deal of anger in Purvis, and that was because Nelson was responsible for the death of two very good friends of Purvis, of Carter Baum and of Barton, two agents who he brought with him. And so we do see in that sequence, even though Purvis has been given wrong information and believes he's pursuing Dillinger, once he does know it's Nelson, yes, that's very personal that he wants to take him down. They've always been, you know, a great storytelling device, which I've loved. I'm no movie buff. I love making them more very much often than watching them. But they can. There's an ability just to draw you in and to be able to. I mean, for me, obviously being an actor, I find it very easy to put myself into the shoes of the characters I'm looking at, and that's what I enjoy. But I get a great deal from reading as well. You know, I mean, you know, from the imagination that you can create your own movies in your own head from books as well. Which, you know, I'm just in making movies, I have to read an awful lot for research as well. You know, it's a different experience each and every movie. You know, sometimes you get people as devoted as Michael is. You know, you get to work with as fine a filmmaker as he is, somebody who has a complete understanding of the medium, and that's incredibly satisfying. But each movie is so different. You know, it's a team effort. There's so many people involved. No actor's performance is solely his performance. You know, it's based upon the other actors, the director, the editor. You know, what takes they choose. You know, and likewise for the director. You know, he may have a vision, but he has to be able to adapt to the actors that he has. You know, putting myself in other people's shoes, I've always found that to be fascinating. You know, seeing life through somebody else's eyes.